Native researcher, Lepantas Leshore, Museum, bringing you the insights of threats and pressures facing Oloolua Forest, one of the natural resource for Kajiado County. We want to inform you that Museum has done its investigation and research and realized that 66 acres within the gazetted and protected Oloolua Forest has been subdivided and allocated to 41 individuals and companies. Get it clear? 41 individuals and companies. The friends of Oloolua, who have really been safeguarding this forest, and Museum are raising this as a concern. But again, friends of Oloolua and public interest litigation and advocacy for environment have partnered to address this matter through the courts, seeing this as the only permanent way of protecting Oloolua Forest. This facility you see here is part of Oloolua Forest that hosts about 5 institutions, including Mpakas Secondary School, the Institute of Primate Research, and the nuclear plant. But why I'm here is for the fact that this is a very, very important facility and a very important resource for this country. But this country and this particular resource here is really threatened by land allocation or grabbing, if I could use that word, and 66 acres already have been subdivided into 41 plots. It's a very, very important resource, and it needs to be protected. So we call upon Kenyans that we need to address this and get this back to the Kenya Forest Service. That has also been given before by the Maasais of Olonana, who are the host of this particular place, to the country on behalf of the Republic of Kenya. If you want to reach out and support and help in the litigation of this particular resource and gem, please, you can reach out to Friends of Oloolua, Friends of Oloolua Forest, who are just here in Karen. Thank you. Today at Oloolua Forest, and just here is a bridge checking on some of the threats facing the forest. One is the cutting of trees. So some people will cut and fell down trees and take those wood to build houses. 2 is people removing stones in the river. And these stones is a very, very, it's a host to ecosystem and plant and insects, frogs, and you'll find a number of small animals putting their eggs under the rocks. So it's very important that people are not allowed to harvest rocks in a river of the forest. And because we have a relationship with the community, there are certain rights that they can have, including getting some wood, you know, coming here for medicinal. This is a pharmacy of the Maasai, where they get their drugs and medicine. So it's very important that we protect this forest and communities can benefit directly or indirectly, but not to put up any other threats that will make the forest not useful to all of us. Native researcher, Museum in Oloolua Forest, just bringing attention to some of the threats that are facing this forest. And I think you saw the dog, a German Shepherd dog, lying there. This brings us to the role of municipalities in terms of where do communities dispose their dogs. Very lovely dogs they love, like this Shepherd, German dog. Where do they dispose it? Very important that we answer that question by putting structures and systems in place so that we don't have them disposed in Oloolua Forest. Still in the Oloolua Forest, southern part of the forest, to ascertain the threats and pressures facing this gem, this forest, this home of animals, and where the residents and the communities here get their lungs. It is our lungs. But one of the other threats is these trees. I think you can see they cut mature trees. 10 have been felled this morning. And this is a big, big threat to any sites of universal values of significance. They could be cultural or historical significance, because Oloolua Forest also has history. It is the same forest that Honorable John Saitoti got an accident. It's the same forest that it's a pharmacy of medicine for Maasai community. It's the same forest that we have the graveyards of some of the most important colonial settlers, like the husband to Karen Blixen, of the founder of Karen Blixen Museum, which is just across the river here at Karen. So we are raising this so that as a country, we start safeguarding this forest and knowing what's the role of communities in safeguarding forest. The Kenya Forest Service rangers cannot all be here at the same time. It's a big forest, but we need to be the rangers of our own forest, the safeguarders. We are the safeguards of our own forest, of our own lands, of our own rivers. It is time that heritage sites and sites of universal values are threatened in this country more than ever. It is time we reflect and come up with models and initiatives and strategies that will work. And one of it is working with the communities so that they are given a clustered part of forest and they protect it, of course, with the institutions like the community forest associations. But we need to be active. We need to wake up because the forest is threatened every day, every night, every hour, and every minute. This forest is threatened.
Hii miti ikiisha, kitu imeisha.
Kweli, kweli kabisa.